Hey guys, how are we doing today? I realized I haven't done a video on Khan the Cane Corso in a while. So let's talk about him. Let's see what he's up to. Let's see how he's doing. Here's our sassy boy. What are you chewing on right now? Oh, a piece of a plastic bowl that he's absolutely desecrated. He's having a blast right now. But you know what? It keeps him busy. So part of having a puppy of any breed is just accepting the fact that certain things in your life are going to be destroyed for a while. And it's okay. It's kind of like having a toddler little human running around. All right, so Khan is like 4 months old. We've had him since he was, I think, 9 weeks. And so what is like the biggest things that we've been doing between 9 weeks up until now? So one of the biggest things for me that's really important with all dogs, but especially when you're dealing with a guardian breed, socialization is so important. And socialization is not just meeting a lot of different people. That's what right away that we think. And that is not the number one most important thing. It's important, but socialization is so much more than just different people. It's also just being in different environments. So it's different environments, it's seeing different things, smelling different things, hearing different things, feeling different textures underneath their paws, just millions of different things that you probably don't even think of. So one of the biggest things that I do with socialization of all my dogs, but especially with Khan, is to basically make him my shadow. So everywhere that I go, he would go with me. We live in a pretty rural area, so we don't have endless access to like Mighty Pet, PetSmarts, places like that that really allow pets. But I'm very grateful that the stores that we do have around here are very willing and okay with me bringing him in. The Dollar Generals, the Family Dollars, things like that. And so that's how we started at 9 weeks old. Real basic, real basic. Number one, make sure that they're fully vaccinated because you don't want them picking up like parvo or something. But once that happens, take them everywhere. So just walking into the store on cement, on pea gravel and different textures of crushed rocks, the rubber mats that you walk into the stores and that are kind of uneven, the sliding doors that open and close by themselves, pulling a cart out of the rack, all of these things that just kind of flood their senses with newness. Khan's always been a very confident dog, so none of that stuff ever tripped him up. Basics like him getting in and out of a car. I mean, if you think about, if you have a dog that hates getting into the car, now make that dog 150 pounds and you're trying to lift it and push them, and so you really want to get them just okay with as many different things as possible. So like now he knows when we go to the car, it's up and he jumps into the car. Like he knows all of these things. Like we go to our local stores so much that he knows that we have to go potty before we go in the store. He goes to the same place to go potty every time before we walk into the store. Like it's just a normal way of life for him. But when we first got him, I wasn't worried like hugely about him like knowing different commands and different this and that. So we just kind of edged into that slowly. So at first it was just him being tolerant of different things. That was all I was concerned about. Just be tolerant of things, be brave about things, and just do the things that I ask of you to do. So that's how we start. So now when he's older at 4 months, I expect all of that and more. So when we go into stores or any location, even just out in public, people want to pet him. People always want to pet puppies, right? Not everybody asks. Some people will just run up to him. Most people are really good about it. They'll ask first, hey, is it okay if we pet him first? So before he's allowed to pet somebody, or he's not allowed to pet people, but he kind of does want to. He's very active with his paws. He's very much like a giant cat in that regard. He's very big with his paws, touching things, putting his paws on things. That's how he like gets your attention and like shows affection. Which when he was little at 9 weeks old was a big problem because he wanted to paw everything. Little kids would come up to him, he'd slap them with their paw. And naturally he wants to put his mouth on everything. He's out of breeding stock that is heavy in bite work. protection work. So for him, that's something I really wanted to really ingrain from the beginning, that we don't just automatically put our teeth on something. You can't just put your mouth on everything just because you feel like it. That's a no-no. So when he was young especially, that was really hard for him. He would get too excited and he'd put his mouth on kids and adults too, but we're past that now for the most part. He's got a lot more self-control than what he did before. So now when we're in public, if people want to see him or come up to him or pet him, he has to sit down first and wait patiently. Then they can come and they can pet him, and he can be excited and happy to see them, but he can't jump on them, he can't put his feet on them, and he can't put his mouth on them. So that may sound easy, but for a puppy with a lot of just impulse problems, that can be tricky. So we're much better with that now. And then anytime we're in a store, like, I will frequently make him stop and sit and wait. And he has to wait as long as I tell him to wait. In the aisleways, if I'm looking at things, if I'm comparing prices, if I'm taking things on and off shelves, no matter what I'm doing, he has to sit and be patient and wait for me. And now we're learning down to that he has to lay down. When I tell him to lay in the store, he has to lay down. Whatever it is, he has to be patient and he has to wait. So lots of praise for that. I'm trying to think, like, what else? That's a big one. And he gets lots of praise for checking in with me. So little things like, we'll be walking along, people are walking by, and he'll check in with me. He'll stop, he'll look up at me like, are we cool? Are they okay? Are we going to investigate this further? So anytime he just even looks and checks in with me is a yes, good boy. Lots of praise for just checking in with me first before he just decides to run off and do something and react. So praise for checking in with me, praise for being neutral to things. Those are all really big things for him. And that's all just practicing, being in different things or different environments, seeing different things, smelling different things, all the things. And then just praising for doing the things that he should be doing. He's allowed to smell things, like scent work is something that I see in his future. He's very scent motivated. He loves having that nose engaged constantly. So that's something that definitely we're going to expand on in the future, because he really enjoys doing that, and I think he's kind of gifted in that area. So we're gonna expand on that. And yeah, he needs to be busy. All dogs need to. They need to have a job. They need to be busy. He goes with me anytime I go to an ATM. He's with me. Whenever I have to get gas, he's with me. We are very much knowing that if I'm getting gas or if I'm at an ATM, his place is between my legs, sitting, and that is his place to be, and he has to stay there and wait for me to get done until I tell him to move. Yeah, all these things are just, they seem basic, but he loves it, and it's just getting him out of the normal, just sitting at home and doing nothing with his life. So, and bonding, getting him to trust me, getting me to trust him learning what I expect of him, things like that. He's a fantastic dog. We are constantly, anytime we go in public, are getting praise for how well behaved he is. Just yeah, that he's a really, really well behaved dog. I'm so proud of him. I'm so glad that I got him and that he's with me, and he's great. And he's starting now to really grow into his bark and really starting to alert to things that are where they shouldn't be, people that are where they shouldn't be, or things that he feels uneasy about. That too, just a lot of praise when he does that, because those are things that he should be doing as a guardian dog. He needs to be alerting and guarding, not unhinged and crazy, but yeah, just lots of praise. And every building block that he's masters, we're moving on to more intense things. And again, that just keeps him busy and keeps his brain engaged, and it's good for both of us. So he's doing great. I need to weigh him. He's probably at 4 months now. He's at least 50 pounds, I'm sure. I don't know. He's a solid boy. And he's really increased his food lately, so I think he's hitting a growth spurt. So fun times, I tell ya.